Sometimes the coolest thing we could do isn't one thing, it's two. By layering simple pieces together, we could build something that would be otherwise impossible as one guitar. I'm Eric Haugen. Check the description box below for tabs and backing tracks on my website, information about exactly what sound tools I'm using today, live streams and more on Patreon, and my deep dive courses. It's all on my website. We're going to look at a couple of different ways that harmonized guitar riffs get built. So what's a harmonious interval? Okay, check it out. We got an A chord, A major. Okay, that's kind of a cool scale. Let's do A mixolydian, which is just a funky major. It's a major with a flat 7. Let's check that second octave. Let's come back down. And if we take just a little piece of it, let's hear what that sounds like in thirds. Thirds are the sweetest interval, so you're going to hear a lot of guitar harmonies built out of thirds, but I don't know, fourths also sound good. Fifths also show up quite a bit too. And the sixth. You're not going to hear a lot of stuff harmonized in sevenths or seconds, because those are funky. I mean, I love those intervals, but those are dissonant intervals. I wonder what's a song that uses some harmonized thirds and harmonized fifths.
I'm dying.
The main call and response lick in the chorus, well, that's Dickie Betts. And yeah, Dwayne is going to be harmonizing that a third higher, but kind of using mixolydian against that. And then the good Lord, I feel like I'm dying octaves of just a little blues lick. Then there's this progressive rock part. And you got that little pull off there. And then you got Dwayne's stuff. Let's go a little further into the psych rock rabbit hole with Balloon Burning from the Pretty Things. This opening run that's the kind of main melody, and yeah, that's definitely D Dorian. Like, that's regular minor. That tone is what makes it Dorian. You know, cool, trippy thing you can do. So that line. It's kind of neat that it drops to that note. That's to keep the fifths perfectly 5 apart. So the fuzz guitar is the higher voice. This is the lower voice. And that is also Dorian, which is a minor scale with a raised 6. And then there's this cool riff. And instead of playing a B flat power chord, he just grabs those two of it, which seems like that's not what's going on, but that is what's going on. All he does is he grabs two tones from the riff. He heard those and just did them with the fuzz tone. So trippy, so cool. But what happens if we harmonize an entire chord in kind of like a jangly way? Are really A minor and C. And I theorize that it all started with El Jefe. That little figure there, which I can kind of see the part of the A minor chord here. This is interesting. This B that he goes to is kind of a major 7 on that. So that little hook Nels hears it and does this. And then, though, he does this. He's a third lower on those chords than Jeff. There you go. He's a third lower in the jangle chord system. But the real piece of the puzzle is that there's a third part that Pat is playing. Three simple parts all piled together to make that really cool riff. Franz Ferdinand did a simpler version of this kind of chord stacking thing with the intro to Take Me Out. Chord progressions A minor, D, G, B minor, E minor. So this is interesting. They're not playing a melody. They're each taking a tone from the chord. They're starting a third apart. But then they do end up doing a unison right here. And then they're in thirds. Such a simple thing to do, so reductive and minimalist. These have all been examples of guitars working together in harmony. Of course, there's the opposite, dual guitar dissonance. I love guitar parts that I can't explain, so I'm not going to try to explain the guitar parts here. Let's just look at them. This I can sort of see. Rick Froberg, R.I.P. He's actually visualizing, theoretically, this A flat chord that it eventually gets to. And he just hammers on that for that section. I guess you'd call that maybe the bridge. Here's what John Reese is doing there. So, okay, I don't know why. I guess I could see why he did A major. Walk down to that. I guess that's still A major. D. That makes sense, actually. And then that's kind of a C. And I don't know why he went to an A flat. Like, yeah, I've never played that in my life. That's so cool and weird. And then we have this. while the bass player, Mike Kennedy, is just... So he's hammering down on this ominous, almost like Mission Impossible F sharp thing. So that's kind of implying F sharp major. And then this cool thing you can do, not a power chord, a seventh. He's going to hit a few more tones. So he does hit that same A sharp against that F sharp to make a third. And that actually just builds the chord. Down to the F sharp. And he hits the ninth in there. This, what is that? An E? No, that's a G sharp against that. Yeah, early math rock. That's what people credit Drive Like Jehu. Post-hardcore early math rock. Second time around, though, he starts tweaking it. One of my all-time favorite guitar players, for sure. I mean, both of those guys. So weird. I hope this video was interesting for you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. That costs you nothing and it helps me out a lot. One more time, how my business works. Patreon is where there's every backing track I've ever made, live Q&A seminars, and more. I update that every week, and I make comprehensive deep dive courses. You can check it all out on my website. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Happy Friday. Eat pizza.